Welcome all to my backstory. You may know me as Brother Mayhem, but originally my name was Zachariah McAllister, the brother of a now deceased Sebastian McAllister who was married to Lady Lockwood. I can travel between realms being a vampire. I can go between the mortal plane and the afterlife with ease. I met Jax one day while traveling between the realms, and gave him a mask to help him. He was scarred from the fire that his father had set in the house. I helped him. One day we met back up and eventually Jax convinced me to turn him. So I did. Then I met Mama Mayhem and stayed in the House of Chaos to help her out. From that day on, I started going by Brother Mayhem and have been known as such ever since. Once the pandemic was over and there was no more need for plague doctors, I went into hiding, traveling between the realms, day in and day out, trying to find my place in this world. What was a vampire to do? After what seemed like years of traveling between the realms, I finally decided to settle down into the Chaos Continuum. At that point in time, in the Chaos Continuum, I met Mama Mayhem, who runs the House of Chaos and procures items for members of the Karmafia. After a while, I decided to stay and work with Mama Mayhem, making the deliveries for her. At that point in time, I started going by Brother Mayhem, which is what you all know me as right now. You may all know me as Brother Mayhem, but I was born in 1533 to Abraham and Catherine McAllister in the city of London. I also had a younger brother by the name of Sebastian. Right around the time of the Plague of London in 1565, I was turned into a vampire and became a plague doctor to help during the pandemic. The pandemic lasted for about 100 years. Within those 100 years, I saw a lot of tragedy and death. One of those deaths was my parents. At that point in time, my brother was only 21, and I had no choice but to turn him